Hello, this is Chetan Narula reporting for Cricket World, and my current pit stop is the home of cricket. I am at Lords for the build-up to the second test match between England and India, which starts on Thursday here at Lords. But first, we will talk about the first test at Edgbaston, Birmingham, which England won by 31 runs to take a 1-0 lead in this 5-match series. It was a topsy-turvy game, a seesaw battle oscillating from one end to another, and you just didn't know which way that particular test match was going to end. Every ball, every run, every wicket was just so enthralling. And when I say enthralling, I want to tell you for a fact that it was one of the most exciting test matches I have ever witnessed in my life. Talking about what really happened in the game in terms of scores, England batted first, scored 287. Joe Root again giving a great account of himself as a test batsman, scoring 80 runs. But you got the feeling that England were a bit short after the first day's play when they won the toss and opted to bat. And then came Virat Kohli. He blew everything out of the water, scored 149, and with that 100, he just celebrated it with such pomp and excitement. With that 100, he ended all debate about his credentials in England. Yes, he was dropped 3 times, but you can't expect Virat Kohli to come and take his catches. England need to get better at catching in the slips. You can't really fault, like I said, you can't really fault Virat Kohli. But once he got past that tough stage of the catches and the edges, from around 51, 52 runs onwards, till the time he batted to score 149, he was at his imperious best. One of the best innings from Virat Kohli, and then he followed it up with another half century in the second innings, scored 51 runs. But before we talk about that, let me tell you, Ishant Sharma took his second 5-wicket haul in England, as England were bowled out for 180 in their second innings. They were 87 for 7, beg your pardon, 87 for 7 at one stage. But Sam Curran scored his maiden test half century to take them to a 194-run target, which eventually proved tough for India. Like I said, Virat Kohli, the only stand-up batsman, scored 51, fought hard, really hard. But it was always going to be tough when, you know, the next score is 31, which was Hardik Pandya. In the first innings, the next best score for India was 26, Shikhar Dhawan, who was picked ahead of Cheheteshwar Pujara, and KL Rahul batted at number 3. So the selection didn't really work out for India. It was a bowling-friendly wicket. The Duke's ball kept doing a lot throughout the test match. It was tough for the batsmen, but batsmen of quality find a way, like Joe Root did, like Virat Kohli did. So if anything, that test match said that, look, this is going to be a really, really fantastic test series. Let's talk about the second test match now, which starts on Thursday at Lords. A brilliant turf, really looking beautiful. You know, you come to the home of cricket and it's just, you know, brings out the feels. You're here where cricket was born, where cricket has been nurtured for so many years. And I think the players also feel something special to get their name on the honours board, on that pavilion. It really brings out, you know, the love for the game when you're here at the home of cricket. There are 3 factors that I would like to talk about in this, looking ahead to the second test match. First of all, the pitch and the conditions up. The pitch is a bit dry. The square behind me, it's been heavily used. The domestic T20 competition is going on. 5 or 6 pitches around the match wicket look very rugged, a very dry square. There's a lot of grass on the match pitch, which means it's there to hold it together. And like the ODI, the second ODI was played here, and in the second innings we saw some spin there. So like the ODI, there will be some inherent spin, and both teams are considering playing the second spinner. Let's talk about the team selection. England have confirmed that 20-year-old Oliver Pope will make his debut at Lords. Test debut at Lords for a 20-year-old. Doesn't get better than that as a cricketer, does it? He'll come in the place of David Malan, who's been dropped after a poor outing in Edgbaston. talking about the other change, because Ben Stokes is not available. He's attending his court trial for charges of affray last year. So in that spot, England might play Chris Woakes or Moeen Ali. It's going to be really tempting to go in with the second spinner because they already have 3 full-time pacers in James Anderson, Stuart Broad and Sam Curran. But again, Joe Root has said he's going to leave it till tomorrow morning and take a look at the conditions. If there is enough grass, if there's still enough grass, there's a forecast of clouds and rain over the next 5 days. Friday, Saturday and Monday, there's been a lot of forecast about rains. There's a lot of breeze. It's not as hot as it was 3 weeks ago. It's not even as hot as it was yesterday. In fact, it was 31 degrees Celsius on Monday and Tuesday. Today it's 23. I'm actually feeling a little cold as I shoot this. The same thing has been said by Virat Kohli. He said it's tempting to bring in the second spinner. They will look at Kuldeep Yadav and Ravindra Jadeja. Remember, Ravindra Jadeja scored a match-winning effort of 68 the last time India played here at Lord's in 2014. So the second spinner, a consideration for both sides. Virat Kohli also said in his press conference that he wants to cut down the mistakes from his team, doesn't want to decide too much after a bowler-friendly wicket at Birmingham. So perhaps the hint that Shikhar Dhawan and KL Rahul will continue and Cheteshwar Pujara will continue to sit out. But at the same time, the last consideration for both sides is this. England have only won 3 out of 9 test matches at Lord's since 2014 when India beat them here. Since then, they have lost to Pakistan twice, Australia, India, of course. They beat New Zealand and they've beaten South Africa and West Indies. So not a very good record at Lord's in the last 5 years or so for England. And that is going to be a key consideration for both sides because England, as much as they won the game at Birmingham, India have this feeling in their dressing room that they played really well. It was just a matter of cutting down mistakes and the match result could have swung their way. So cut down the mistakes and make a comeback in the series. It promises to be another exciting contest over the next 5 days here at Lord's.